What separates a truly generational defender from just another NFL great? That's exactly what we're going to uncover in this ultimate head-to-head between two of the league's most feared pass rushers, Micah Parsons of the Dallas Cowboys and Nick Bosa of the San Francisco 49ers. Both are relentless forces off the edge. Both change the course of games. But only one can claim the title of the true defensive king. And when you start comparing the numbers, the impact, the technique, and the raw presence on the field, a clearer picture starts to emerge, but not without a few surprises along the way. Let's begin with Micah Parsons. After just 3 seasons in the league, Parsons has already built a reputation that even some Hall of Famers needed a decade to earn. In 2024, despite playing only 13 games due to minor injuries, he still racked up 12 sacks, placing him among the league's top edge defenders. What's even more impressive is his 23% pass rush win rate, ranking him 3rd in the NFL. He generated 79 total pressures last season, landing in the top 10 in that category despite missing games. Parsons isn't just fast, he's explosive. His ability to bend around the edge, fake inside, and still beat double teams makes him a nightmare for offensive coordinators. And is not even 26 yet. Now contrast that with Nick Bosa, the reigning defensive juggernaut for the 49ers. Bosa's presence is intimidating. His technique is surgical, and his consistency is unmatched. In 2024, he finished the season with 9 sacks across 14 games. While that's a step down from his 18.5 sacks during his Defensive Player of the Year season, he still managed to anchor one of the top-ranked defenses in football. PFF ranked him as a number 4 edge rusher heading into 2025, praising his power-to-speed transitions, leverage control, and positional IQ. Bosa also added an interception to his stat line last season, showing off surprising versatility for down linemen. Statistically, the two are close, but the breakdown gets more interesting when you examine their career trajectories. Entering the 2025 season, Parsons has 52.5 career sacks in just 63 games. Bosa, in comparison, has 62.5 sacks in 82 games. Parsons is clearly on a faster track. Even when adjusting for injuries and team scheme differences, Parsons outpaces Bosa in both sack-per-game ratio and pressure-per-snap efficiency. What does that tell us? Simply put, Parsons is producing at an elite level with less opportunity. That level of efficiency can't be ignored. But we can't reduce these players to numbers alone. Let's talk about their presence on the field. Parsons plays like he's everywhere. He drops back in coverage, lines up at linebacker, then explodes off the edge as a defensive end. This hybrid versatility gives him an edge no one else in the league can replicate. On the other hand, Bosa is the embodiment of traditional edge dominance. He's the guy who wins with technique, timing, and raw power. His first step is deadly, and he has a toolkit of pass rush moves that looks like it belongs in an instructional video. His leverage, hand fighting, and pocket collapsing strength are textbook examples of what every defensive line coach dreams of. Now let's pause and get your take. If you're enjoying this deep NFL breakdown, go ahead and smash that like button. Drop a comment below with who you think is a real defensive king, Parsons or Bosa, and don't forget to share this video with your fellow football fans. If you want more analytical, stat-driven player comparisons just like this, make sure you subscribe so you never miss a breakdown. Back to the film, because highlights reveal the true stats can sometimes hide. Parsons has had more jaw-dropping, game-altering plays in fewer games. His closing speed is unreal. Quarterbacks think they've escaped, and suddenly, he's dragging them down from behind. Look at his performance against the Eagles or the Rams last year. Pure havoc. Bosa, while less flashy, is no less dominant. He disrupts offensive lines in a completely different way. He forces teams to slide protections, use extra blockers, and rethink play calling. Bosa's ability to occupy attention is a quiet form of disruption, but it's every bit as valuable as a sack. Now let's talk background. Parsons came into the NFL as a linebacker. Many questioned whether he could transition to a full-time pass rusher. That doubt vanished quickly. His 4.39 40-yard dash time at 250 pounds was a warning shot, and has only refined his craft since then. He has become the vocal leader of the Cowboys' defense and, frankly, one of the few players in the league that can take over a game single-handedly. Bosa, on the other hand, comes from a football family dynasty. His brother Joey is also a top-tier pass rusher, and their father was an NFL player too. Nick was trained for this. His work ethic is legendary, and his discipline is unmatched. He's all about the grind, the representatives, the technique, and it shows every Sunday. When it comes to accolades, Bosa edges out Parsons with more Pro Bowl selections and a Defensive Player of the Year award under his belt. But context matters. Bosa has had more seasons to collect those honors. Parsons is still on the rise, and many analysts believe it's only a matter of time before he claims the league's top defensive trophy. According to current betting odds, he's among the favorites for DPOY in 2025. If the Cowboys' defense continues to evolve under Dan Quinn's schemes, Parsons might be the final piece that pushes them over the edge. Let's zoom out for a moment and compare them to the broader field. TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, these are the other names in the elite edge rusher circle. But only Garrett currently ranks above Parsons entering the 2025 season, according to top analyst polls. Bosa, while still elite, has begun to be challenged by younger rushers like Aiden Hutchinson and Will Anderson Jr. that suggests Parsons is not just keeping pace, he's leading the pack. And when you factor in positional versatility, he offers more to his team than nearly any other defender in the league. Another element worth noting is team dependency. Parsons has been consistent regardless of changes in Dallas's secondary or linebacking core. He creates his own chaos. Bosa, while brilliant, sometimes sees his production dip when the 49ers' defensive front lacks interior support or when injuries pile up. That's not a knock, it's just how the system around them plays a role in stat lines. Parsons appears less reliant on the rest of the defense functioning perfectly. He makes plays on his own terms. Projecting forward, if Parsons keeps his current pace, he's on track to hit 100 career sacks faster than any active player today. He's redefining what it means to be a modern-day defensive weapon. Bosa, while still young, may begin to focus more on leadership and mentorship within the 49ers defense as younger players like Drake Jackson emerge around him. That could reduce his raw numbers but increase his legacy as a foundation piece in one of the NFL's strongest franchises. In the end, deciding who's truly the better player depends on what you value more, consistency and technique or explosiveness and versatility. Nick Bosa is a master craftsman, the technician who wins with elite hands and timing. Micah Parsons is a disruptor, the chaos engine who can line up anywhere and wreck your game plan. There's no wrong answer, but there's a clear divergence in style. That's what makes this comparison so compelling. So now, we pass the ball to you. Who do you think deserves the crown of the NFL's true defensive king? Is it Micah Parsons, the hybrid monster rewriting the rules of edge defense? Or Nick Bosa, the classic powerhouse who redefines technique with every snap? Comment your answer below, and let's keep this debate rolling all season long. Let me know if you'd like a similar comparison for Parsons versus TJ Watt or Bosa versus Garrett.